Last Saturday, April 28th, John Earnest, a 19-year-old college student, entered a synagogue in Poway, California, which is just 30 minutes from where I live. He shot and killed one person and injured three. And the relatively low body count was only because his gun jammed, not because he had second thoughts. This has really hit me really hard, and I've been asked to comment about this case. We don't know a lot about John Earnest yet, and I'll be keeping you posted as more information comes in and we can talk about maybe the psychology behind it. But I don't today want to talk about the fact that here's yet another young man who's gotten lost and has chosen to blame a group that had nothing to do with him getting lost. It's been a lose-lose. He's lost a promising life, he's hurt his family, and he has certainly traumatized an entire community. So I want to talk a little bit today about the effects of hate crimes and how we can support victims. The FBI reported over 7,000 hate crimes in 2017, but we all know that the majority of hate crimes are never reported, either because the victims are afraid to speak up or they think they won't be believed. A hate crime is unique because it's motivated by hostility or prejudice based on a personal characteristic, whether it's disability or gender, identity, race, or whatever. There's no personal gripe with the person who's targeted, other than the fact that they are members of a certain group. And research tells us that people that are victimized by violent hate crimes are likely to experience even more psychological distress than victims of other violent crimes, including post-traumatic stress disorder, safety concerns, depression, anxiety, and anger. And they often feel powerless and they feel helpless. And while each victim has his or her own needs, many victims who have recovered say what helped them the most was a listening ear, practical support such as increased safety measures, and empathy and respect from people inside and outside the community. So today I'm going to challenge each of you to do two things. First of all, if you haven't seen Jane Elliott's Blue Eyes, Brown Eyes experiment with her third graders, please watch it. It's an amazing example of how prejudice develops. And I posted the URL at the end of this, so you can click on there and go right to it. Secondly, hate crimes are message crimes, and the message they send is that certain groups are not welcome. When we hear about Chris Watts murdering his entire family, I don't think most married women feel afraid or wonder if they're next. But a hate crime affects not only the specific victims, but the entire community, who with very good reason may wonder if this will happen to them next. So my second challenge for you is to send someone today a message of love or compassion. We all know that kindness begets kindness, and we all have the power to pay it forward. And as an added incentive, there's a ton of psychological research that shows that there is a direct link between giving to others and personal happiness. That is truly a win-win.